What's good, everybody? My name's Zach. I'm a 36-year-old former pro wrestler and stunt performer.
Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that. Oh, Havoc fighting back. Stops, not the stop sign. No, no. Oh!
And current circus acrobat and actor. Not to mention, I've been playing music since I was in the 6th grade. And, well, I guess I should say former acrobat, because I hurt my back recently, and that's kind of the whole reason that I'm making this YouTube channel in the first place. So, a few weeks ago, I herniated 3 discs in my back on stage during a show. Woo. Now, being almost 40 and having been on stage for like 20 years now, I've had a lot of things to think about while I've been sitting around recovering. I could work hard, try and get in the best shape of my life, and try and squeeze a few more years out of my career. Or I could step away from all the crazy stuff I've been doing for my whole life and try to save my body for the second half of my life. I'll make a video sometime about all the ridiculous stuff I did when I was younger and all the crazy injuries I've had because of it, but that's neither here nor there right now. So I've decided to go with the save my body option, which conveniently happens to be the spend more time with my family option, so, you know, not such a hard choice. Over the last few years, I've found myself becoming pretty heavily wrapped back into the world of music in every capacity. Playing it, listening to it. I feel like a teenager again when I was just absolutely obsessed and all I could do was think about music all the time. I'm starting to even explore and enjoy genres that I never would have considered before. Jazz, classical, barbershop has become one that I am quite a big fan of actually, which is surprising. So after feeling sorry for myself for a few days and deciding I was going to step away from acrobatics and everything because of my injury, I realized I was going to need something else to focus all of my ADHD energy on. I was relaxing and noodling on my guitar a bit when I realized this was all just a big blessing in disguise. This was a chance for me to rediscover my childhood passion for music and for me to really become the musician that I always knew I could be. So that's that. I'm reprioritizing my life and I'm dedicating myself to learning everything there is to possibly learn about music, period. To put it another way, I want to be a musical polyglot. Not only do I finally want to learn how to read music, but I want to play as many instruments as possible, proficiently. I love you, Rob Scallon, but it's like 2 hours of playing the instrument. I want to put in like 2 years of playing these instruments. I'm talking everything. Brass, woodwind, strings, Eastern instruments. I don't care. I want to be a one-man orchestra. And I'm going to document all of this for you guys and myself on YouTube so I can see how far I've come from today until whenever all of this ends, if it ever does. And because if my 30-something self can learn how to play these instruments, then any of you can learn how to do it too. And if you guys can learn from, I'm sure, myriad of mistakes I'm going to make, even better. The goal of all of this is to make music my career. Performing, teaching, writing, building instruments, whatever it is. It's all for the love of music. And at the end of the day, that's exactly why I'm doing this in the first place, is for the love of the music. Music it's in my DNA. It is everything in my life. Ever since I first started to understand music as a kid, when I first saw videos on TV and was like, oh, that's music, and then I started playing music, I needed music around me all the time. To this day, my Spotify hourly listens every year is in the multiple thousands of hours of music a year. If I can't be listening to music, I am everybody's worst nightmare. I am tapping on something, I'm humming, I'm whistling. I can't sit still. I'm constantly trying to make music if I don't actively have music to make. So I want to take all of that energy, all of that need to make music and listen to music and be engrossed in music, and I want to put it into becoming the musician that I want to be, not just the guy who can make instruments make noise. That's cool. I want to be a musician. I want to be able to speak music with other people who speak music. All right, that's cool. You talk a lot of talk, and those are some lofty goals, but a lot of people want to make music their career. How in the world do I plan on making this happen? Practice! No, seriously, that's it. I'm gonna practice, and I'm gonna study, and I'm gonna practice more until I achieve my goals, and then I'm gonna keep practicing, and I'm gonna keep studying. It's just that simple, seriously. Okay, full disclosure, I happen to be in a throuple, which does make it a little easier for me to find time and money to invest into practicing and playing music. On top of that, I already make my full-time living performing on stage. So once again, this makes it much easier for me to work my job around practice schedules around my job, all of that. And I'm regularly getting time performing on stage in front of thousands of people. All of that, combined with a lifetime of lessons and skills picked up from playing sports and performing on stage, is going to help me practice as effectively as possible to achieve whatever goals I want in music. Hopefully, all of this adds up to a lifelong change in careers. I do, however, in the short term, hope to start achieving some of these goals by the time I'm 40. That gives me roughly 3 years now, give or take, to get into some kind of music school or start making my living off of music, whatever that means. Now, I'd love to get into a school, get an actual proper music education. That'd be awesome. Go to Berkeley, become one of the oldest students at the Curtis Institute or something. That'd be sick. I'm gonna work my ass off to land and get one of those auditions. However, I understand that there is tons of competition for those jobs, very talented competition, drastically younger competition for those places. So, am I gonna be upset if I don't get it? No. Does that mean I'm not going to try my hardest? No. School or not, my main goal ultimately in all of this is to just make a living off of music. Whatever that means. Like I said, teaching, performing, I don't care. I just want to earn my living and pay my bills with music. I don't need to be rich and famous, none of that. In the process, however, I want to spread the love of music as far and wide as possible. I want to help people learn music, somehow get music into their hands, help music programs across the planet. I want to spread music everywhere. I got big goals for this channel, for my career, for my future. I got a lot of big goals. If you ask anybody around me, I'm a dreamer and I aim high. But if you ask those same people, they will tell you I'm tenacious and I will not stop until I get what I want. Mostly though, I'm just excited to share this with all of you guys and create a community that I can talk about music with, because I spend a lot of time alone in my room, so it'll be nice to have some people to talk to. Thanks y'all for sticking around to the end. I appreciate your time. Tell somebody you love them today, and most importantly, don't forget to practice.